Fellow Zambians, you cannot love Zambia only when your tribe is in leadership. You cannot claim to be a good, responsible leader by practicing nepotism, discrimination, hatred, and tribalism. Equally, you cannot claim to love your country when you claim to be a socialist, but you live like a capitalist and you love capitalism and abuse your people. Political leadership is not about loving money to the benefit of a few and yourself. After studying the lives, thoughts, and activities of most historical leaders, and particularly the Zambian leaders, I have come to the inescapable conclusion that we as a nation must begin to ask very basic yet fundamental questions about some of the people we want to lead this country, or indeed those pretending to lead this country. We must ask anyone who wants to be a leader of Zambia basic questions such as these. Who are your parents? Who was your father? Who was your mother? What kind of childhood did you have? What is the basis of your faith? And we must really ask this question. Are you a true Zambian before you can lead us? I believe that one of the biggest tragedies our nation is suffering from is poor, bad, and accidental, visionless leadership that is leading Zambia today. Zambia needs servant leadership with a duty of care, grace, understanding, and love for our poor people. Zambia needs leaders who believe in moral and social justice for the poor people. Leadership based on lies, deception, and fraud must never again be allowed to take up political leadership and power. Somewhere I read that leadership has no protection when it lacks character. I also read that success without a successor is actually failure. I also read that vision is a function of the heart. For without the heart, no one can live. My fellow Zambians, let us remember that even the poorest of our people, the poorest man in the street, in the compound, has got a dream. The poorest person, at least, has got a plan. The poorest person in this country has some potential that we must look at. We must give such dreams, such plans, and such potential a chance at life. Leadership is not about control or power or manipulating the poor by lies and misrepresentation. In Zambia Must Prosper, we believe that this is a very, very important aspect that we must consider. Why is it that amidst the vast ocean of natural resources, we are still considered a poor country. We need to change our mindset and begin to change the concept of who is going to be our leader. Going forward, we must examine who we will allow to lead us. As we head to 2026 and look forward to having our general elections, let us ask ourselves a few pertinent questions. One of the fundamental questions we need to ask is, who are we? That question is extremely important and must be examined. That is the question that we shall be asking in 2026. In Zambia Must Prosper, we believe that we are one. We believe that we are one people. We believe that we are one tribe. We believe that we are one country. And we believe that we are one nation. In 2026, our freedom of speech will be on the ballot. In 2026, our freedom of assembly will be on the ballot. In 2026, our freedom of movement will be on the ballot. In 2026, our right to own property will be on the ballot. In 2026, our right to privacy will be on the ballot. All our constitutional rights will be on the ballot. In 2026, let us ask ourselves, from whose lenses are we going to be looking at Zambia? We may have sent the white colonial masters packing in 1964, but what about our brothers whose minds have been infected by the colonialists? What about those of our brothers who are willing to sell our national assets for a song? What about those of our brothers who are moral misfits but claim to be leaders? What about those of our brothers who are economic misfits and don't care about the poor people? What shall we do to those of our brothers who are totally miseducated and mislead and confuse our nation? Why is Zambia attracted to electing liars, fraudsters, and thieves? The wise once said, and I quote, "When you elect a clown, he turns the nation into a circus." Today, we have gathered here to welcome into Zambia Must Prosper brothers and sisters who have decided to follow their conscience and have decided to change allegiance and join Zambia Must Prosper, knowing that this is a party that is going to form government in 2026. Let us welcome our brothers and receive them as friends into this very attractive yellow submarine. I ask all of you listening to me through this broadcast to join Zambia Must Prosper and do not be left behind. Allow me now to call our brothers who are joining us in Zambia Must Prosper, and I shall call their names. I'll ask them to come in front so that you, members of the press and the general public, can know them today. Our brothers are transcending and moving away from the Socialist Party and joining Zambia Must Prosper today. I want to invite to the stage the founder member and training coordinator of the Socialist Party at national level, Mr. Gift Ernest Banda. Mr. Banda is one of the people that founded the Socialist Party. Don't be cheated. That party has been hijacked. And I invite you, members of the press, to invite this man and interview him. You'll hear more. Number two, I may invite Alfonso Reginald Kakoma. This brilliant young man you see here is an area coordinator, committee member, and contested as a ward councillor in Ngwerele Ward 2, Mandevu, in the last general elections. We need leadership like this. Let me invite one of the most daring and brilliant and yet fierce women you will ever come across. This is none other than Sharon Piri. This Mbuya of mine, Sharon Piri, has been trying to get away from my brother. She is actually Sharon Piri Lunkoto. But she always insists that I call her Sharon Piri. She's a very dangerous woman of mass destruction. She is, or she was, Women's League National Coordinator in the Socialist Party. She's joining us today. Allow me to pause for a moment and say to you, any party that is going to lack mobilization, any party that is not going to have strong grassroots cannot succeed. This is why we went for the dangerous mass destruction weapon called Jack Mushe. Join us, Jack. Join us here. The gentleman you see, Jack Mushe, here, is a district mobilization coordinator for the entire Lusaka province from the Socialist Party. This gentleman alone can destroy Chawama, Kanyama, Mandevu, and Matero just in one sweep. He is one of the biggest weapons we are getting from the Socialist Party. And we thank him for realizing that the future is yellow. Allow me to invite Louise Tembo. The man you see there was the constituency chairperson for Chawama in the Socialist Party. He also contested as area councillor in Ward 1, Chawama. But Chawama received this man. This man is going to sweep through Chawama with the other forces, Wabwalia. You know this man.
Yes, sir.
A dangerous weapon of mass destruction. Yes. Receive him with both hands. Let me now move to Central Province. Allow me to invite my brother, who is the husband to the Piri woman I was talking about. She's always going to look at me from the corner of the eye when I say Mrs. Lunkoto. But MacLeod, Lunkoto. Mr. MacLeod, join your wife, please, join your wife. Mr. MacLeod Lunkoto was the Central Province chairperson in the Socialist Party. We have brought him to the Yellow Submarine. He also contested as Member of Parliament in Kembe constituency in the last election. He is a very serious mobilizer in Central Province, and we welcome him with both hands. And lastly, let me invite, now the handwriting here may fail me. How do you pronounce Lindiwe, is that a D? Okay, Lindiwe Mawere. Mawere, please join us. As you can see, Lindiwe Mawere is a very young, vibrant politician. She is one of the youngest females to have contested last year's general elections. She stood in Kawambwa Central and she was vying to be a member of parliament. That young lady. And we want to say to all the young people around here that Zambia Must Prosper recognizes the future is youth. And I want to promise all the youth that join the Yellow Submarine today and let us start moving together. Before I sit down, I want to say again, this group that you see here is just but a section of the people we wanted to bring and show to you. But because of the diseases we are faced up with, we said, let's show the leadership first. These have joined us. But behind each one of these men and women you see here, there are people in their thousands. And they shall be joining Zambia Must Prosper at an appropriate time. Allow me to just ask Mr. Banda to say one or two words on behalf of his comrades who have come to join Zambia Must Prosper. Mr. Banda, please address the press.
Thank you so much.
These are for the press, but you can come and join me here.
Good morning, members of the press. All protocols observed. My name's Gift Ernest Banda. Like you heard, I'm one of the founding members of the Socialist Party. One of the few that had remained in the Socialist Party because, unfortunately, about 85% of the founding members of the Socialist Party were pushed out of the Socialist Party. Immediately, our good brother took over as president of the Socialist Party in September 2019. Today, as I'm speaking, in the Socialist Party, out of a committee of about 36, you'll be lucky to find about 5 founding members. The rest of the membership, unfortunately, has been taken up by our brothers from the Patriotic Front. It's not wrong for any political party to take in new membership. In Bemba they say, Ukuru Wankoko, Masako. But when the new members are coming into the party and you are getting rid of the founding members, then that is like a leaking pipe. So what we call the growth of the Socialist Party is but a fallacy. It's a fake story. First of all, what is it that has caused me to leave? And yet I was a founding member. And not only that, But as training coordinator, I was one of the only three permanent trainers of leaders of the Socialist Party. One of the three countrywide. So it is not a joke for someone who is training people to become very good leaders and lead the country to even reach the point of leaving the party. Then there must be something that has gone very wrong. I, apart from being one of the founding members of the Socialist Party, until on the last day of the 16th of January, it was Tuesday, when I tendered in my resignation, I had been in the Socialist Party for the last 7 years. 7 years. We, first of all, were like coordinators because we had to take up interim positions when we formed the party. But later, according to the constitution of that time, it was said that all leaders of the party have to be elected. And the constitution dictated that every member should belong to a branch and that you should start going up from the branch level, elected from the branch level to the ward level. I, being a national leader, I was humble enough to go back to the branch and contested at branch level as a branch official, and I was elected. Later on, the ward elections were held. I was again elected at ward level as a secretary. After some almost 8 to 9 months later, elections were held at the constituency level. I was again elected as a constituency secretary. Later, I became the constituency chairman for Kanyama constituency in the Socialist Party. And I went through the ranks back to the national level, and I became the training coordinator countrywide. So I don't think there's anyone who can be even higher than the person who is training leaders. I know that there are some leaders that are higher in terms of rank, but the trainer obviously should be given the dignity that the trainer deserves. But I was not given that dignity in the Socialist Party. I was not even given the peace, not even the respect that a leader deserves. Not even to be heard. When things are going wrong, you try to advise, you are taken as an enemy. We have leaders, unfortunately, in the Socialist Party at higher level, at the national level, who are very intolerant to advice or divergent views. What they want is leaders who should always say yes, yes to everything that the president says, unfortunately. And for me, I'm not one of those people who you can call a bootlicker. I call a spade a spade. So in my eyes, if I see that what you are wearing is blue, I won't say red to impress you. I'll just say it's blue. That's the unfortunate part. And because of that, I became very unpopular. First of all, what is it that caused us to form the Socialist Party? I'll just mention 4 values that are very, very similar, if not the same, as the ones that are found in Zambia Must Prosper. The values are 1, honesty. So in the Socialist Party, as the founders, we said to ourselves, we are going to set some values that are going to govern us. Right. The values that are going to define who we are. Correct. The values that are going to enable us to run this country and develop it properly. And those values are 1, honesty. 2, humility or humbleness. 3, equity. And 4, solidarity. But to be honest with you, my leaders, I'm the one who was going around to train people to believe in these values, to understand these values, to stand for these values. But unfortunately, the majority of the members that we trained believed in those values, stood for those values, were shaped by those values, have been pushed out of the Socialist Party up to about 85% of them. So you train people, you mobilize people countrywide. You make them to be who you want to be as a party, and also the government that will come out of that party. And then all of them are brushed out of the party to be replaced by people who don't know those values, who don't believe in those values. How then are you going to remain in that party? That is the unfortunate thing that I've found in the Socialist Party. I tried in the 7 years to advise, to try and push for the change. But unfortunately, I failed because I became like a nobody, somebody who was not regarded, who cannot even be heard. So I said, I think I should start checking for other political parties that believe in the values and principles that I stand for.
Correct.
And I found those values and principles in Zambia Must Prosper. So what has brought me in Zambia Must Prosper is nothing other than the values and principles that I hold dear. Those values that I was training others. Those values that we were discussing all the time. Those values that we stood for are in the Zambia Must Prosper. In early 2017, that's when we came together and decided that we should form the Socialist Party after leaving the Rainbow Party. Again, I must say that I'm one of the founding members of the Rainbow Party again.
Tell them.
So people who boast around in the media to say they formed the party, it's only that they have access to the media, and us in the background, we don't have access to the media. And then you believe the lies. And those are the lies that the country end up believing because of the power of the media. We formed the Socialist Party after leaving Rainbow. Those values that I've talked about, those are the values that brought us together to form a party, because we identified ourselves as socialists. So we said we should not even hide at all. Let us clearly come out to say we are a socialist and the party is going to be a socialist party. It took us 1 year to register that party. 1 year. We applied, but the certificate was not issued to us until on the 16th of October 2017. December 17th, 2017, that's when we made an announcement to say we have been registered as a political party in Zambia. That was December 17th, 2017. On the 31st day of March 2018, that's when we launched the Socialist Party at Kingfisher Lodge in Chadwick. I was there. As one of the national leaders, I was there. We held the Congress. I was one of the people who were organizing the Congress of the Socialist Party. We had an ad hoc committee that we called the National Congress Secretariat.
Come on.
And we were a committee of 6. I was one of those committee members who were organizing the Congress of the Socialist Party. And I chaired the manifesto committee. So the manifesto of the Socialist Party, I have a hand in it. I chaired the committee that shaped the manifesto of the Socialist Party. The manifesto. And we held the Congress on the 28th. It was from 24th to 28th of September 2019. Now, at before the Congress of September 2019, before the Congress, the party was headed by Dr. Cosmas Musheke Musumari. He was the leader of the party for about 2 years. When we went for the Congress, among many other things that people deliberate on the, in the Congress, is the issue of electing leaders to lead the party going forward. And of course, we held the elections. We had one leader who contested to be president of the Socialist Party. There was no one to compete against that leader. And that leader was Dr. Cosmas Musheke Musumari. At the Congress, we voted unanimously for Dr. Cosmas Musheke Musumari. Now, Dr. Cosmas Musheke Musumari came to us with one word. He said, I am not coming to you as an individual. I am coming to you with my team. I have a team of 6, plus myself, we are 7. This is a team. If you want to elect me as leader of the party, then you should accept my team together with me. If you reject me, you automatically reject my team also. And we had no other leader that we believed in. We believed in Dr. Cosmas Musheke Musumari. So we unanimously voted for Dr. Musumari, who had a following of 6 other members. And among those 6 was Dr. Fred Membe. He was one of those disciples of Dr. Cosmas Musheke Musumali. And then Dr. Musumali said, if you vote for me, I will ask that you give me 5 minutes to talk with my team so that I can come back to you and give you the position and the direction that we've resolved to say this is the way forward from now onwards. We allowed them, after voting Dr. Musumali into power, we allowed him to have that 5 minutes which he requested from us at the Congress. They went to that 5 minutes meeting, and when they came back, they surprised us with a different message. And the message was that them, as a group of 7, had decided to choose Dr. Fred Membe to be the president of the Socialist Party. So clearly you know who voted for who. Is it us at the Congress?
No.
Who voted for the current leader of the Socialist Party? The 7.
Butika.
I hope I'm very clear, my leaders. Very, very clear. And that group of 7 became the co-executive of what will become the Central Committee of the Socialist Party. And the co-executive of the Central Committee in the socialist world is called the Politburo. So the Politburo of 7 people decided the positions that they will give each other, not us as the majority. And from that day onwards, and another thing before I forget, the constitution that was shaped by 6 committee members, among them was Dr. Membe again and his children, said that there are going to be 20 members of the Central Committee. And that Politburo that I talked about is going to be the co-executive of the 20, the whole Central Committee of 20. I tell you, my brothers and sisters, that today as I speak, the number has never reached 20 from 2019 September. And the constitution of the Socialist Party says that every 5 years, we are supposed to hold the Congress. And this year in 2024, we are holding they will hold the Congress because I'm no longer with them.
Correct.
I think I'm making myself clear. So now, 5 years down the line, the committee, the Central Committee of 20 members is not yet 20. I don't know when it will go, is going to be 20. Just 20 people. And the 7, the Politburo are the ones who dictate every law, every rule, every decision. They are the ones who make every decision in the Socialist Party. And whatever decision that the Committee of 7 called the Politburo makes can never be reversed by anyone. And unfortunately, again, many of us were intimidated to the point where you could not speak. Whatever you say, even if there's a mistake that the Politburo has made, once you say it, you are gone. It's either you are going to be fired straight away, they will concoct something, or you are going to be frustrated to the point of leaving like the way I've been frustrated to the point of leaving. I was never fired. No one should tell you to say Gift Banda was fired by the social. I was not. I was frustrated to the point of leaving. And I tendered my resignation on Tuesday, the 16th day of January 2024. Many members who formed the party are out of the party. So in other words, I can say the Socialist Party is out of the Socialist Party. What you are seeing there is not the Socialist Party. It is the Socialist Party by name only. The owners of the party are gone, up to 85%. If you have a committee of 36, and then you find one founding member in that committee, what have you remained with? So I don't even know whether I've resigned from the Socialist Party or the Socialist Party resigned from itself. I don't know what to say. I think from the way I'm talking, you are seeing that I'm a trainer. So indeed, those who claim to be founders, ask them how they founded the party. Those who claim to have been elected, ask them who elected them. I think you, the members of the press, you have the duty to ask those questions. Who elected you and how did they elect you? Did they vote for you through the secret ballot? What happened? To an extent where you should now bulldoze all the members, frustrate them, silence them, intimidate them. So leaders, if you see me getting angry, I'm angry because when you form something, you opt for the best, isn't it? And if it is being destroyed before your eyes, what happens? You feel very bad. It's like your child is being butchered by someone and you are watching. You can do anything. So I am not alone. These leaders that you have seen here have a very big following behind them. We are simply representatives or missionaries, to say so. And very soon, Zambia Must Prosper through the president is going to call for another briefing, I hope.
Yes.
So that others that are joining from the Socialist Party, you see them for yourselves. And it is countrywide. It is not a Lusaka issue. It is countrywide. So in short, I have joined the Zambia Must Prosper, Mr. President, Mr. SG, my leader there, Deputy National Mobilization Coordinator, the National Coordinator, the Politburo Director, and many others. I've joined Zambia Must Prosper basing on my values and the principles that we share. And I'm happy to say this is now our new home.
Welcome home.
And I'm inviting many Zambians out there, even those that are not coming from the Socialist Party, to consider coming to Zambia Must Prosper so that we can build this country into a far much better place to live in. We want Zambia to be the next Singapore. And the next Singapore can only be built by an honest leadership. Not a leadership that is very arrogant before they can even win one member of parliament. You don't have even a single member of parliament in the whole country and you are very arrogant. What will happen when the instruments of power are given to you? You don't have even a single mayor. Countrywide, we have 116 districts. Ask them if they have a single member out of all the 116 districts. And why did we not win? We contested for the first time in 2026. 2021, I beg your pardon, in 2021. That was the first time that the Socialist Party contested in the general election. Before that, we were busy building the party structures, and we never participated in any elections. Now, from 2026, we've had many by-elections. From 2021 to date, we've had many by-elections. And the results are so terrible on our part. The Socialist Party is getting zeros. You can check the last by-elections that were held in is it 3 by-elections? We were even beaten by UPPZ. In the homeland of the president, in Shuangando, you are beaten in your own village. What does it mean? The results are there on the ECZ website. Members of press, see them for yourselves and see if the party is growing. Because we are told the party is growing. But if the party is growing, why are we not even winning? Because the structures were destroyed by the leaders. The original founding structures were destroyed, were destabilized. And so you are going into a by-election in a constituency or in a ward where you don't have stable or even an existing structure. How then can you win an election? Winning an election is not magical. You have to do your homework and then you say, I'm going to participate. In fact, you're not participating. You should compete and win. We have more than 30 political parties that are just wasting our money, taxpayers' money. They are busy participating and not competing to win. And Zambia must prosper from today onwards. is going to compete in all the by-elections that are coming, God willing, and the general elections in 2026, and compete to win. I thank you very much, members of the press.
I have just been informed by Comrade Banda here that in our midst we also have from the Eastern Province, in the words of late Dennis, wewe mwana wa kwitu. And I'm told that he will be attacking from the eastern flank and going to grow Zambia Must Prosper. He has also come to join us. Allow me to introduce a new member from the Socialist Party, Mr. Daniel Soko. He's a bishop. Bishop Daniel Soko. Come and join us, sir. He is the former vice chairman of Lusaka district, Bishop Daniel Soko. Wow. Tamila Ndilani. That's Bambo. That's Bambo Daniel Soko. I am also informed that coming with Soko, 5 other officials have decided to join Zambia Must Prosper following this leadership. I'm going to ask Comrade Jack Mushe to introduce those 5 who have come from the constituency. Go Mushe. No, Mike, come and join us. Come and sit here. Here.
All protocols observed because makamba maningi. Amen. Because gamene vachizunguswa mavoto. Munamvera kwatukurirari ku Roadspark. Kwakanyama kwa mandevu ni kwa hai. Kwa. So at this point in time, I was the Lusaka district mobilizing coordinator or chairperson for the Socialist Party for the last 2 years or so. After a lot of work, the man called Gift Banda convinced me to come and join the Socialist Party, but the president had tough time to convince me to join him. He had to answer 6 or 7 correct answers that I wanted.
Hard questions.
Very hard questions. I told the president to say, we are here to make you compete in 2026, not to participate. wasting people's time is not a good business. So we need a party that is going to offer quality checks and balances to the ruling United Party for National Development, not insults. Because if we insult the current head of state, even you, when you form government, we are going to insult you. We want to bring civility in politics. I hereby urge all Zambians to say, let's unite, let's respect one another. Even if we criticize one another, let us criticize one another in love and unity.
Yes.
I was trained in the Socialist Party by the comrade here, former comrade Banda. But the values, that is JEP, justice, equity and peace, that the Socialist Party believe in, are nowhere to be there. Solidarity that is talked about is not there. In Ninkara Mukombon, all our members, even if we have got challenges, the party will turn a blind eye. So, having been a leader with a following, it is difficult to continue supporting a project that will not yield results. So we are here to come and help, together with the membership that we found here, to come and help Zambia Must Prosper to compete effectively with the United Party for National Development come 2026. There are a lot of people that were supposed to come with us, but due to restrictions of cholera and COVID, only 5 from Kanyama constituency of the Socialist Party have made their own way. I'm surprised they are here. At our boss society here. Comrade Monde, you can come in front. You know, Roses have got 2 names. So this is Mr. Mondemon. He's the former Kanyama constituency secretary for the Socialist Party.
Oh yes. Welcome. Welcome home.
I have...
stand here. Comrade, stand here. Stand here.
We still have Elizabeth Piri. You can come in front. Elizabeth Piri, she is the top chair lady for the Socialist Party, Makeni Virawai. I have one lady, she doesn't want to be called by a lady. I'll just mention the name Irene.
Irene.
Yes. Inaka na hivi kunikonka Socialist Party nakamba timzani pesa MPF. So pamene nakamba tinakonka bafuve, the lady said dakuli bafuve ningaenda. Huyu ni msoja. She has been there in all battles. Ngati kuli mukazi wamena konda kwamene kulira mfuti ndio kwamene atamangira ndiye mukazi. People run away from gunshots, but you ask me, that's why she will go. I still have a lady called Catherine Piri.
Boxer.
Catherine Piri.
No relationship to the boxer.
No relationship to the boxer. In Jomba, Catherine Piri. We have been together from UPND. When I left UPND together with Comrade Soko, these are the teams that don't remain behind. She was in our campaign team when we were campaigning for the Patriotic Front. In 2021, she was part of the campaign team in Kanyama constituency. And last but not the least, we have got people that don't wear shoes. I've only called one, but they are over 60, they don't put on shoes. Yeah. These are the people that you need when need arises. I don't want to call him by his full name, Chopper. This man, when his friends see his face in Kanyama, they know for sure that something good has happened. He has got a chain of youths behind him that are going to protect the party and its property. Kama balance apatwa, don't force him to wear shoes. Protection will run away. I think the other colleague who has come with them is not, maybe in the other meeting. Is going to be available.
Allow me to receive them, comrade.
Thank you.
I know that the leadership was received, but this new entrant is because of cholera. Right in. Mama Piri. And you are Piri, Chopper. Unit. Hey, Chopper, you. Chopper. Unit. Let me allow, please comrades, you can go and sit. Let me allow at this juncture Bishop Daniel Soko to just say a few words, because he also is a serious weapon of mass destruction. Bishop.
Thank you.
Ulemu kale malomake. Ulemu kale malomake ziko mukwambiri media izindikira kuti kuledi kupokera chabe tumau tubiri chapa. Choyamba chiyamikire kwambiri kupezeka malo ano. Nthawi zonse isewandale timapezeka pandale. Ndiye kuchoka ku UPND, taenda PF, taenda Socialist party. Pakuti kothira kwake akuti Socialist uku kuli party. So tinali kuona ngati ni political party, but ni campaign party. So ni mwa icho sina upezo fulu wa political party kuti tiseweze mundale zakuti dziko lino njalo mwe tili nayo tikhale naye president wamene angatichotse m'mavuto. So ni mwa icho nizindikira ma speeches yonse azikulu bathu pamene yalankhula balankhula ndithu pa unity ndiponso pa development komanso balankhula bwinobwino kuti mwamvesesa. Ndiye mwaise nanzathu pamene tapezana nawo kuno tikuti tigwirizane manja tisenzere pamodzi. Izi ndale zomwe tichita pano ziruka kuti kobera ise ukakhala maofesi ngati tachita achieve goal yomwe tili kufuna pali pano. Njala yomwe tili nayo pano UPND anati na mabodza ndipo bodza ikalupitirira lero tifuna bodza lija tifesingane nayo. So ni ise tili wokonzeka kusebenzera pamodzi ndi president amene ali malo ano kuti tipereke dziko lathu la Zambia pasogolo. Ili dziko lingaperekedwe pasogolo tikayika munthu ali ndi vision, noti munthu ali chabendika kireta kunyumba kwake koma vision alibe. So ni za socialist nilishuwa kuti bazilankhula mwazimvesesa kwa ine ndibe nazo ntchito chifukwa ni kampani ndiye ndifuna kuonana ndi anthu andale amene amazitcha kuti ni andale kuti tikhale nawo pa ground and we are very ready to form government. Forming bwanji government tikhala pa ground. That's why kula president amene ali pamwamba kuyang'anira kuti ground yenda bwanji. Ise tili pa ground kuona kuti kodi banthu chipana tifomera bwanji. Kodi manifesto yathu tilubabuza bwanji banthu. So ni Socialist Party ni chinthu china chomwe sichingagwire ntchito pakati pa Zambia. President achita zake, atumiki wake achita zawo. So ni kwa ife mawu ambiri tizakhala tilibe, koma timchitana ashuwa kuti muzakhalira naise pamodzi na nthawi ni nthawi kuti tichite dismantle ka political party kamene kanangoza panga chipani china chopanga kampani pakutha kwa kampani ina. So ni tikachita dismantle yako tilimbana sopano ni ma political party. We are very ready to destroy Socialist Party within 2 months. Within 2 months, my position, panthawi imeneyo, nali vice chairman. You know vice chairman in Lusaka district, si chinthu chapafupi. Ni chinthu cholema, kumininga kuti ma structures yonse, all constituencies, 7 constituencies. Nama wards, ndife tinali kuyakonza. Komanso tizakonzanso kuti abwere ndithu mu yero. My president, team chitana assure if and for Bishop abantu wonse it's not only beyond belong to Pentecost or belong to Roman Catholic, but Bishop the whole Zambia. And nama Zambians wonse kuti senzere pamodzi. Mawu ambiri nilibe, zinchito zathu mzaziwa. Mwina mawu yomaliza pano nilili ndine wa yero. Na joina Zambia Must Prosper. Ziko mumachibidu mswa bakulowa mnyumba ufika wachangu kachipupa pang'ono. Ziko mwambiri. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say a few words to the people that have joined us in the Socialist Party, the political from the Socialist Party. The political director is here, the Secretary General is here. Work starts now. We are immediately going to go into meetings and ensure that this leadership is 1, welcome, and 2, found positions where they should start working from. Immediately. And I urge all the people that want to be progressive in this country, join Zambia Must Prosper. For all members of Zambia Must Prosper, I ask you this. All the people that are coming to join us, receive them with both hands. Yes. I don't want to hear my structures, a province. I don't want to hear that we're having difficulties in gelling with our friends. Yes, sir. I'm giving a directive now. All the people going down the province right through to the section, when we give this direction, it must be received and the political director will be giving where positions will be given. To my Galampai. Members of the press, this was our small engagement today. We are so excited as Zambia Must Prosper because we have received newborn babies who will need diapers, who will need porridge, they will need to eat and start running. So I'm handing back now to the Secretary General, who is going to ensure that this meeting is dissolved in the manner it is supposed to be dissolved. Go nice.